Simon Miller from WhatCulture here with the one and only Maven. How are we doing today?
Well, man, thank you so much. I'm actually a fan of yours, so I'm glad you came over.
Can't handle when people say that, my friend. I'm a fan of you, and so if you say you're a fan of me, my brain goes, wrong.
It just, people coming up to me all day, and it shows me I'm old because they're telling me, you are a part of my childhood, and I'm just like, it blows my mind.
But we were just saying this when we were coming up. You made quite the impact on the wrestling business because people are still talking about the stuff that you did today. It resonates constantly.
You know what? I guess it's hard to believe, but Tough Enough was over 20 years ago.
Madness.
I mean, this upcoming Royal Rumble is going to be 20 years since The Undertaker, I guess. Or was it the past Rumble? I can't even keep it together. But the fact that people are still talking about it 20 years later, I must have done something right.
No, I always thought it, obviously Tough Enough was exciting because it was the first one, but you were us. I'm sure you've heard that many times. You were the guy plucked from nothing, going on to become the WWE Superstar.
When I say I was a fan, I mean every ounce of me. In college, I had 2 television sets, and it's not the flat screens that you see now. We had the big, bulky television, and we had 2 of them stacked on top of each other to watch, the Monday Night Wars. So we would have Raw and Nitro going at the same time. Whoever got had the better program at the time would get the sound. I was the biggest wrestling fan you can ever imagine. The fact that I was able to get into the business right after I got out of college, still had some, the competitive fire in me. It could not have came at a better time. I'm honored to have, been able to share this business with such great people, and it's been a great run.
And did you ever think, obviously, you go through the audition process, you get into the house, you have to be confident because that's the nature of the beast, that's the world you're working in. But did you ever think, right, I'm going to win this, and I'm going to go on, I'm going to have that moment with The Undertaker and everything else that you did?
Well, confident, I don't think is the right word. I was committed. I tell people all the time, with my group season of Tough Enough, 13 people in the house, 8 quit. Oh, can I cuss? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can.
8
go nuts.
8 quit, to which I've never understood that. If this is your dream, if this is truly what you want to do, you're not going to quit. You're not going to give up that easy. I knew, if anything, I had my days when I was like, I don't know if I should be here. When I walked up to enter, to audition for Tough Enough, I mean, there were just monsters there, and guys, I was like, I'm in the wrong place. This isn't for me. But I was committed. And once I got into the house, I was even more committed. And if nothing else, I knew I was going to see it through.
Yeah, and I think and
it worked out.
It really did work out. Now, I saw an interview you did recently when you talked about how after the Undertaker thing happened, because he had told not to stiff him, but to make it look as, don't go weak, essentially. And you actually thought he was going to come and smack you for real, right?
No, the fear you see in my eyes after he goes over the top rope, because think about it, when his back's to me, if I don't hit him, the whole spot's shot. Everything about that is shot. There's no other way to get him out of the Rumble. There's no other way to go back to it. I can't go back and try to re-drop kick him. So it all hinged on that one spot. So he told me, he was like, lay it in, kick me. And then, retrospectively, when he looks up at me, I was like, did I kick that son of a bitch too hard? Because that just goes to show how amazing he is. Because he literally had me believing he was that mad at me. That spot, that one event gave me my career. I owe the fact that I'm here today to him. And, especially to be here on the week he's going into the Hall of Fame. I'm honored that our careers even cross paths for a small period of time.
But what do you do? Because you said you're a fan. What do? You get there to the building, you're already pumped, you're in the Royal Rumble. And then they tell you you're knocking out The Undertaker. But I'd melt down. I would melt down.
I didn't believe it because they were ribbing me. I got to the building, I went up and saw Shane, and he was with Taker. So Shane tells me, Maven, here's the idea we got. We're going to have you come out. Taker's going to, shit can Lita, shit can Matt and Jeff. His back's going to be to him. You're going to hit him with that drop kick and eliminate him. And Taker looks down at me. He goes, what? And I was just like, I literally was like this. But come to find out, the idea was part his. He had to be okay with that. I mean, if that doesn't show the type of professional he is, nothing will. It was amazing to me.
And what about when you first go in the locker room? Because I'll let you know on a secret of mine.
Right.
Started off on YouTube, wanted to become a wrestler, became a wrestler. But when I went into some locker rooms, even that, they were like, I don't want a YouTuber in there. He's not a real wrestler. Right. And I guess you must have had some of that as well, because they're like, what's this fast track person, walking into my world?
It took so long. But once I got there, I was committed. Yeah. I knew that if they saw me with my head down grinding, not bitching, working with Bob Holly on house shows, and Bob's got a reputation, but I could say the only thing Bob ever got mad at me over was I didn't hit him hard enough back.
Really?
I knew if I did that long enough, I'm going to earn people's respect. They don't have to like me. But as long as they respect me, that's all I care about. I think I did that. I proved to them that I was there for all the right reasons, and I wasn't there trying to just become a flash in the pan or get my name out for television purposes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And 2022, obviously nostalgia, retro stuff. You know what I'm going to say, but it's true. People love it. People love it. If you have even impacted their life a little bit, they want you to come back. So, have you got any plans to maybe pop up here, there, everywhere?
You know what? I've learned to never say never. Yeah. I got my day job now. I do some small stuff with a good and up-and-coming promotion, ISPW in New Jersey. Nice. Yeah, you'll know the name. Danny. Remember Danny Doring? Oh, yeah. So he's Danny Morrison now. He's our champion, and I'm his manager. Perfect. Yeah, all right, we're having I'm having such a good time with him, because me and him we're the exact same kind of heels, going out having fun. So I don't want to say never, but for right now, I'm having a good time doing what I'm doing. But who knows, man?
I want to see you in a Royal Rumble. That's what I want to see. Listen, I want to see you in a Royal Rumble.
If they called and asked me, Maven, you would like to be in the Rumble, before they could get Rumble out, I'd be like, yes. Yes, I'll be there.
Well, we're starting now. Maven for Royal Rumble 2023, right? That's the one. That's the next one. Done it. Hashtag all of that. Maven, thank you so much for your time. Pleasure meeting you.
Enjoy your stuff, man.
That's very, very, look at this. Ridiculous. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you soon.